This just in, you are looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center.
On September 11th, 2001, one of the most horrific spectacles in U.S. history unfolded. 4 planes, hijacked by members of the terrorist group Al-Qaeda, crashed into multiple economic and military sites, changing our country and our world forever. In New York City, it started as a beautiful Tuesday morning with the sun shining and a bright blue sky. It was a seemingly normal day that unknowingly would become the setting for an incomprehensible evil. At 8:46 a.m., American Flight 11 flew into the North Tower of the World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan. At first, it was viewed as a human error rather than a deliberate act of terrorism. However, just 17 minutes later, at 9:03 a.m., United Flight 175 flew into the South Tower, informing the American people that this was a coordinated attack.
Looks like 6, 7 floors were taken out, and there's more explosions right now. Hold on, people are running.
Hold on just a moment. We've got an explosion inside.
The building's exploding right now. You got people running up the street.
At 9:37 a.m., American Flight 77 collided with the west side of the Pentagon, making this a nationwide issue. Any area of the United States was a candidate for terrorism. Just over 20 minutes later, at 9:59 a.m., the South Tower collapsed. Immediately, New York City was shrouded by toxic smoke, ash, and stray office papers. The passengers on United Flight 93 flying over Pennsylvania realized what was about to happen with their hijacked plane. At 10:03 a.m., everybody on board took action and managed to wrestle the plane out of the hijackers' hands as they dove into a field outside of Shanksville, Pennsylvania. And finally, at 10:20 a.m., the North Tower collapsed. In the end, 2,977 innocent American lives were taken during the attacks, hundreds of which being first responders who did everything in their power to save lives. Americans look at September 11th on their calendar as an infamous day in American history, similar to Pearl Harbor back in 1941, as most people can recall exactly where they were and who they were with when they got the news. It has been 19 years since that day in 2001. Every year on September 11th, people across the country, especially the families that were impacted, mourn the thousands lost. The 9/11 Memorial, where the towers once stood 1,300 feet tall, is a place of mourning and grieving and can be seen illuminated when night falls. Americans remember this tragic day to fulfill an immortal promise, to never forget. This is Joseph McLaughlin, back to you in the studio.